The city was built from wood, on tidelands prone to flooding, though the ebb and flow of rising waters did nothing to stop the flames, sparked from a spilled pot of glue. Streets and structures were rebuilt with brick and mortar, burying basements and boulevards both, to be refitted and remembered only as an occluded oddity for tourists and podcasters. But the old city lingers. The old city refuses to be forgotten. The old city sprawls, ever expanding, outward and down. All those who abhor the sunlit world may find some solace in the maze. What lurks in the underground that once lay above? The wise wanderer seeks answers elsewhere. What lurked deeper down that now must wake? The old city sleeps. The old city dreams of cities and sleepers older still. The old city writes its name with fire, flood, and bloody, bloody quill.
Ugh,
That's how you're gonna start it? That's fucking sick!
It's cool that you kept that.
I don't really take it off. Is this worth it? Getting involved.
Good evening, travelers, and welcome back to the court of the Jester Princes. I am your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher, for we are playing Vampire the Masquerade V5 Midnight Gravity. Joining me tonight, our representative from Clan Bruja, Seth Coveyou.
Hi, I play Timothy Foster.
Our representative from Clan Hecata, Andrew Frost.
Hi, my name is Antonio Stregano. You should know this by now.
Our representative from Clan Malkavian, Sky Swanson.
The world's most venomous fish is the stonefish. They have 13 individual venom sacs, one for each spine on their back. Oh, Reggie.
Oh, that was a short one. Our representative from Clan Toreador, Rachel Kordell.
I'm Mars, and tonight's song is It's My Party by Leslie Gore.
And our representative from nowhere, Casey Reardon.
I play Mathias Williams. And
Nope,
are you
not your
Thurston?
name. That's not your name.
I play Mathias Wilson. Running off of last week, apparently. Are you Thurston for a Thurston fact?
Give me.
I haven't drank in 5 days.
Howard Thurston was so good at scaling or throwing cards that he would throw cards out into the audience to specific members in the audience, even some in the balcony or at the back of the theater. Of course, these cards would be kept as souvenirs, and some even still exist today.
Did he ever
Wow.
cut someone with a card?
That would be a different fact. Find out next week.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Some furious Googling going on in the background.
Shit.
Last time on Midnight Gravity, our Scooby Gang split up to investigate the attack on Seo Jun's son and the note left staked in Reggie's chest. Matthias uncovered some information on the Oculus, while Antonio, Mars, and Timothy managed to identify the rogue Nosferatu from the security footage at the Pacific Host Hotel, none other than Jimmy Curly McKinley. Meanwhile, Reggie, as ever, went off on their own,
I'm really trying not to.
having a good night. It had to be a good night. Really needed to be a good night. And it could be better. But right now they've landed in the car of a mysterious bearded figure, singing them a warm, welcoming lullaby. So that's where we'll pick up. Reggie, you slip into this car. This beautiful bearded man, Mr. Orpheus, greets you. He says, Reggie, I think we have a lot to talk about.
Are they sitting across from me or next to me?
I imagine you are in It's not like a limo, so they are next to you, but he has turned in his seat to face you.
Okay, then. So I said, yeah, we're sitting sideways in the car.
Yeah, both in the back seat of a town car. Yep.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Orpheus. And like Reggie kind of looks around, and in their head, they're just kind of like, "How did I get here?" But then this happens a lot to Reggie, so they just kind of accept it, and they immediately pull out their bag, and they sit it on their lap, and they're just like, do you have something for me?
As soon as we park, yes.
Great, cool. Well, I mean,
as he says that, the car, the driver puts the car in drive and takes off and starts driving the streets, just wandering.
Reggie's fishing around in their bag. They were sure to put that bloody shirt not in the same pocket as they pull out their notebook that they take notes in all the time because they forget things very easily, apparently. And Reggie's kind of, they're not, some bigger stuff happened this week.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure you've already gotten the text. I don't get those texts. I only got the show. You don't want to hear that. But and Reggie just hands him the notebook.
He flips it open, scans through the back, starts reading.
And it has notes on everyone.
Yeah.
What they're doing, what they've said to Reggie, where they work, where they live, whatever information they have imparted to Reggie.
And notes on your visions as well.
Yes, it's all notes on his visions as well.
Reads through the last couple pages. Seems to be skipping certain lines.
I'm sorry it's not color-coded this time. I lost the multicolored pen.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure we can find you another one.
That would be great. I loved that thing. I mean, it was out of the blue, so I only had the green and the red, but, it still worked.
And it starts reading. Seems to fixate on a few lines in particular. So, what happened at their meeting with the prince if he was dead?
I wasn't exactly there.
He looks a little disappointed, and you feel guilty that you have let him down.
Yeah, I think that it feels like crushing to Reggie in a weird way that they can't fully explain, but they just accept it. And I'm sorry. I was trying to find some stuff, but that's where I had the vision. And Reggie reaches over, almost touches his hand, recoils a little bit, and then flips a page to the vision that he had of that night. That was a bad one. I won't lie. You don't care. But
Reggie, I do care. I wouldn't be doing this for you if I didn't care. I need you, Reggie.
There's a look of hope on Reggie's face as he says that, and she just kind of, very rarely smiles. There's a little bit of a smile before they kind of get back into it. They said that they met with, I think, Sophia Reza. I heard them mention that name. And they were there. They got a message from what seemed like the prince, and then arrived and he was dead. But why he called on them, I don't really know. And then there was a few others there, and Reggie names off the other people that were there as well.
Yeah, he kind of nods and things, and then he flips to the next page where you noted your second vision of the night, the lights in Seattle, shifting and glowing. Doesn't ask anything about it, but just kind of reads it down, nodding, and then closes the notebook and hands it back to you and says, "Well, thank you, Reggie. You've been a great help. I do so appreciate you checking up on Mars for me."
Yeah, she's doing all right, seems.
I love to hear it. Go ahead and why don't you text your friends, see where we should drop you off, and I'll get your recompense ready for you.
Reggie right away. I don't need to waste a text on that. They're at I only got a few of those. They're at the Bellagio.
The Pacific Coast.
They're at the Pacific Coast.
Is that from Ocean's 11? Is that
shut up. It's from Las Vegas. And
Vegas.
then
it's from
11.
Vegas. Okay, sure. Never been to Vegas. I don't know.
We're not driving you to Vegas, Reggie.
The car stops. Mr. Orpheus gets out of the car, shuts the door, comes back 3 minutes later, opens the door, says, "After you." And a young man like shuffles into the car, he looks completely zooted out of his mind. You can smell the sweat and the alcohol on him. He has clearly done some kind of huge cocktail. And Mr. Orpheus kind of taps the roof of the car and says, "Enjoy, Reggie. The driver will take you to the hotel as soon as you're ready."
Thanks, Mr. Orpheus. No. I think if he cuts Reggie off, then he cuts Reggie off.
He loves listening to Reggie talk. I mean, he cares so much.
Fuck, I love him.
He will hold out a small clip of money, and he gives you $100 in $20 bills.
Reggie, takes that right away, tucks it into a little secret pocket on the backpack, like right on the underside. Wow, great. Hey, is there any way I could bring you information more often? I'd love to expand.
We have growth opportunities in this business, Reggie.
They let out a sigh of relief.
We like to think of you as a rising star.
Thank you.
Have a nice night. And shuts the door.
As soon as the door is shut, Reggie bites that guy's neck.
Yeah, the guy turns to you and is like, "Hey, my name's Terry."
Yeah, exactly. Just hand on the face, just grabs him, just straight in. They look more like an animal attacking them than anything. This is a moment of sheer, I won't even roll. I think they just frenzy.
That's not good. You might kill somebody.
Yeah, that's fair. Why don't you take off 2 hunger? And I will ask you then, in the midst of your frenzy, do you take the last drop?
So one of my flaws is addiction. I think Reggie takes the last drop. They don't even mean to, but they just do.
As you drink, this is not only blood, the life essence that is the sweetest and best thing that has ever happened to you in your entire sad and miserable life. This is the good stuff.
Yeah.
This person is drugged to Mars and back.
Oh.
So this poor guy, backseat of this car, starts out pleasant, actually, because the kiss, as Kindred call it, is quite a nice experience. It feels just as good for the victim as it does for the vampire, as long as you're taking your time. So you bite, and there's an initial kind of gasp of ooh, that fades into ooh, that descends deeper into
In that moment, Reggie had their hand on their face, and in that final moment, there's just a loud crack, and he kills him that way before he even drinks the last little bit of his blood.
I'm going to ask you to do 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
First one, to set your hunger to 0. You feel fresher and fuller than you have in weeks, months. The second thing is to put a stain on your humanity for violating our chronicle tenet to never harm an innocent. And as you come off of this frenzy and you realize this person is not moving, the feral light in your eyes just fades.
Yep, Reggie just looks shaking there, and is just oh fuck, because they're just high out of their mind, and they just killed this person. So it is a moment of panic and opposite of lucidity, basically. This is, they can't tell if this is a vision, or if this is real. And they just look up towards the driver, and they're just I think this guy is, oh shit. And they just flop back in the seat.
The driver does not respond. And a minute or 2 later, the car stops and pulls up outside of the Pacific Coast Hotel.
She pulls herself out of that car, shuts the door, doesn't even look back at the car, and just tries to walk inside looking as sober as possible.
To be fair, you kind of do. You're still a little dazed, but you're also, like I said, you're feeling good. You feel whole. You feel full. This is the best feeling that it's possible for you to have in these nights. And we will zoom away across the city. Who knows what'll happen to that guy?
Who knows?
Matthias, you meet up with Leslie. I think she directs you to it's one of those the middle of a block of buildings. So the alleyway goes into an open square area where all the fire escapes are. And you kind of slip duck back here. It's one of many regular meeting spots you've used.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk up. You know that she's a Nosferatu, so you're expecting her to pop out of the shadows at any moment.
Yep.
But instead, you just hear footsteps coming from the opposite side of the space, and she comes down another alleyway. Again, looking not like her corpse-like self, but a generic young woman of kind of indeterminate features whenever you look at her. She's wearing just like a blue hoodie and jeans, and she's like, "Hey, Mathias, how's it going?"
Leslie, things are not great. I'm sure, as you know.
Yeah, busy night.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting more and more of those. What kind of errands have you been on, if I can know such a thing, I guess?
Yeah, you totally can't. Switchboard
okay.
would cut my head off. I will say, I mean, it's just, Prince is dead, so a lot of letters going out.
Right, of course. Speaking of which, I don't really know who I can trust at this point, Leslie. Honestly, I don't think I ever have been able to know who I can trust, and I hope that I can count you among them. But I've kind of been tasked with tracking down a Nos.
Ooh. Okay, who?
Not sure, actually. That's part of the problem.
Got it.
There was an unlawful embrace that Vivi thinks could be related to the prince thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a description, but that's not going to necessarily be entirely helpful.
Well, yeah, I mean, without knowing who, I can't tell you too much, but I can tell you most of us have moved our setups down to the underground last couple months. Wart found this really sick-ass section of the sprawl, and I mean, I stashed some stuff down there. I know Wart was planning on moving his haven. I think Curly was saying he thought it was too spooky, but I saw him down there a couple nights ago. So if you're on official business, I mean, I don't like it, but gotta do what's gotta be done, right?
For the sake of me, Casey the player, and perhaps the listening audience, you want to go into the sprawl for us?
I don't know. Does Mathias know what the sprawl is? So I'll start here.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle Underground.
Sure, start there.
Is a section of basements and passages that were built over when the city burned down in the 1800s. They raised the floor level of the city by several feet and rebuilt everything with masonry because the old city had been flooding, first of all, and then burned down. So there is this collection of old passages and rooms that is now mostly a tourist trap. And it's true, it does seem to sprawl if you stay down there for too long. I'll leave it to Mathias if he has explored much. It's mostly the Nosferatu's domain down there.
He definitely hasn't.
So that's about as much as you know.
Sure. Okay, so what, are most of the Nos moving down there at this point?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't talk to Pox because she doesn't get out much, but that's what I've heard. It's just safer.
Typically stays where she's at. She doesn't go places.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think she likes it down there. But yeah, it's just good. I mean, it's hard to find. It's safe. It's dark. People don't go out that far off they don't leave the tours, so that's where I'd start looking.
Right. Okay.
I would offer to guide you, but I can't. I'm busy.
Sure. I totally understand that. Look, I know I've been in the city probably longer than you.
You've been in the city longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, but you probably have more connections than I do to people who've been here longer than me. Have you heard anyone talk about the Oculus?
No, you know what? Let's roll for Leslie.
Sure.
Ooh.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So this is a high difficulty for her, but, we'll see.
Hey, there's hope.
Nosferatu tend to hear, oh, Leslie got a fucking crit, so...
Hey!
Hell yeah.
Good job.
Now,
Nos hear shit. That's what I'm saying.
A crit is not an automatic success in this game. It just adds successes to your roll, and you need to hit a difficulty.
Those giant freakish ears.
I think at 5 successes, Leslie has not heard of the Oculus, but she says, no, Oculus. There's some shit going down in the sprawl, but I don't know I don't know. I mean, could be anything. It's kind of whack down there.
Right.
I'll ask around though. I mean,
do they usually do the sprawl tours at night?
The underground tours. Yeah. Early evening, usually done by midnight. It's a lot less crowded after that.
Listen, less crowded is kind of our bag.
Exactly. And you as soon as you get off the tour path, get into the sprawl, there's no one down there except the rats.
Right.
And the dragger.
Yeah. I think Matthias, with her mentioning the dragger, it's yeah, of course, that's definitely fake. But Matthias has seen enough at this point that he's
yeah.
It might not be what they say it is, but it's still probably something.
Something, yep.
I'm sure you have to get back to work, Leslie, but thank you.
Hey, man, I know I haven't been around that long, but from what I can tell, you're a good dude, and you're trying. So
yeah,
I'll ask around. I'll see if maybe Wart knows something. He's kind of been everywhere, so he tends to hear stuff.
Sure, just let me know if you find anything out, and for the moment, we'll try and keep it as discreet as possible. We don't really know who could be involved in this.
She just kind of smiles and goes, "Discreet who?" and then vanishes before your eyes.
Yeah, whoa! Very funny. I kind of saw that coming, so how discreet is that,
And she also definitely didn't need to do that because she was disguised, so that's just for the theater.
Oh, I know.
Any magician worth their salt can disappear.
Throws a smoke bomb.
Just walks out of the room.
And, all right, back at the Pacific Host Hotel. The three of you, Mars, Antonio, and Timothy, you have identified the figure in the footage as none other than Jimmy McKinley. And what are you going to do with that information? First of all, what are you going to say to the hotel manager who thinks you're there looking for a bracelet?
Well, once we're scanning, done scanning the footage or whatever, Mars will say something like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't this hotel."
Oh, okay. Sorry then.
No, there was a big crowd, so I thought maybe it was Seojan, but I'm sorry, crazy night,
You could try the Great Northern uptown, maybe.
Possible. That might be a good
party.
stop. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I appreciate your hospitality.
I appreciate your business.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Get out of my security room.
Quickly.
And you see them, Perry scowls at both Antonio and Timothy as you walk out. Mostly Timothy, because at least Antonio's wearing a shirt and jacket, and Timothy's looking grunge.
I'm going to use awe.
Timothy's
grunge
matches my aesthetic, though.
No, that's fair. But yeah, Timothy, go ahead and use awe for sure.
I'm just kidding. I won't stand for the slander.
If anything, I'm the odd one out right now.
It's valid. I mean, listen, you got presents for a reason. Use it. So you guys head out. Are you going to text everyone? Or are you going to just wait for people to show up? What do you think, guys? I think we just text everyone and say we know who it is, meet up kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I think Pox is the most important.
Are you guys in the lobby of the hotel?
Yeah, we leave the security room, head out through the lobby.
You might see Reggie then, by the front door, kind of looking in. And either they just haven't headed in on their own, or the bellhop will not let them into the hotel.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sure. My friends are in there. I really know some people in there.
Bellhop just hand across throat, you're not coming in here through the window.
I don't know what room they're in, but I know they're in a room. So if I could just go in, and then I could
causing a scene, isn't it?
Yeah, it is causing a scene right now.
To draw some attention.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would definitely see Reggie, oh, Reggie, point to them.
Yeah, she's my friends. As he points around the bellhop to Mars.
Yeah.
I can't. You are so filthy. I cannot let you tread mud all over. You have dirt in your hair.
It's not dirt.
I think we're heading out, right, guys?
Yeah, let's go get the baby.
Reggie pulls out a dirty towel from their backpack, and they literally sit on the sidewalk and they start wiping off their shoes.
I think as you do that, Antonio just kind of puts his hands on your shoulders and just says,
"Please back off from the Talon,"
and starts pushing you outside with them.
Wait, but I
And
know.
we're all walking out, I guess. Yeah.
Wait, so Antonio, are you pushing me away, or are you pushing?
Yeah, Antonio's collecting you with like the.
As bodyguard.
Yeah.
Reggie like stumbles, like trying to get up, like has to like go on all fours for a second there, and then like gets up and is like, "See, I knew them."
The bellhop just waves you off and heads back inside.
Hey guys,
I wasn't too firm, was I?
people have been way worse.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Hi, Reggie.
Hey May.
May. Mars.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Takes out the notebook.
Yeah, it literally takes out the notebook. Right, there's a note. They write a note. Not May.
It doesn't say Mars. It just says not
says
May.
not May.
just says not May.
Any reason why you're not wearing the shirt I gave you?
And, I had a little spillage on it, and now it's I'm gonna go to the laundromat. I'm gonna wash it up, and I'm gonna get it back to you.
Don't worry about it. Just give it to me now.
Reggie pulls around the backpack and pulls out just a blood-soaked shirt. There was a little.
Put it back. Put it back. Is looking around. Put it back.
Did the bag I give you rip?
Reggie listens some more, tucks it back in the bag. I had a little rippage on it, you know. It just a little rip.
It's all right. Cold water and vinegar will take it right out.
Oh, that's good to know. I gotta get vinegar though, and cold water. There's a fountain in the park.
Oh my god.
But we figured out the guy.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm going to take my phone out and text Mathias.
Matthias, as Leslie is leaving, you get a text that's like, "We figured out who it is." You're like, just 5 minutes would have been. That's all it had to be.
I saved myself so much time. I sigh and I text back like, "Where do you want to meet?"
Haven, probably. Makes most sense, yeah.
Yeah, we could go to the house.
Text back, "Yeah, sure."
Pox is the best lead. They'll track him.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, they'll do some computer stuff.
Curly is a big tech guy too. If we can't find him, we can at least find it. They can track the IP address.
The what? The what now?
Do you mean IP?
That's so funny coming with your voice.
You know, the IP address. It's where the computer lives.
No, it's an IP address. I think it's IP.
Yeah, it's so funny. IP. Anyway.
We all pee. Well, not anymore.
I'm gonna go get the car.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you guys get back in your car and your van. You all return to Magnolia, to the little rundown house at the end of the cul-de-sac where Pox does not sleep, but typically hangs out. It's got really, really good Wi-Fi here.
The Wi-Fi.
Who's driving and whose car?
Reggie is driving.
No.
I'm driving my van.
Yeah. Who's going in the van? Who's going with Mars?
I think Reggie would go with Mars.
I'll go with Timothy.
I would want Reggie with me.
I think in the car, Reggie is just like, "Hey, do you got any stamps?"
Stamps?
Yeah, I gotta send a letter.
We can pick some up.
No, we don't gotta stop. Maybe we got some at the house. Maybe you had stamps in the car. Now that I think about it, why would you have stamps in the car? That's a ridiculous thing.
No, I think somebody would, but...
And Reggie is like fully like L sitting in a chair from like Death Note, like knees up to their chest.
Mm-hmm.
In the passenger seat as we're driving.
Yep.
Reggie, could you do me a favor?
Great.
Could you roll resolve plus awareness for me?
Okay then. And I think I can add +1 die to that because I have the power of high functioning addict.
High functioning addict gives you a 1 die bonus if the last person you fed on was someone who was on your drug, which I believe we said was opiates.
Yep.
You need to pick which category of pool you get that bonus to. So it can be physical, social, or mental. So you will get that die if you pick mental, but then it's always mental.
Mental doesn't feel like it would make sense.
Well, you're a vampire. Maybe it clears your head.
Yeah, you know what? It would it's mental. It's mental. I like that.
Okay.
I gotta play that. I forgot that it was opiates, so I gotta play this character differently. They're a little too high strung.
We're sleepy right now.
Maybe it was a cocktail of different things in that bag.
That's just the one that really does it for you.
Yeah.
Uppers, downers, lefters, and righters.
It was a couple different things in that bag. Mr. Orpheus treats me so nice.
You mean the man you killed?
Yeah. I said
That's
what I
the
said.
bag.
Reggie is trying to deal with that fact mentally that they just killed someone, so yes, they are a bag right now.
Trying to deal with or ignore?
Ignore. What am I rolling?
Resolve plus awareness plus 1 die. That makes sense.
I'm so good at everything.
You're distracted.
And by good, I mean I rolled 1 success out of
That's
6 dice.
We'll come back around to this. You guys, Antonio, you and Timothy are in the van. Timothy, as you're driving, let me ask you a question. Is this the first time it's ever been just the two of you in the van?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
So, Timothy, you see the radio do something it has never done before when there is someone else in the car. It turns on, and you hear Maud say,
"Oh, finally. Gosh, I am so sick of staying quiet when all your friends are in here. Hello, Antonio."
Good to see you, Maud. How you been?
I'm good. I appreciate, we never get a chance to talk. Timothy, can you invite Antonio over more?
I look at Antonio for too long, and then I look back at him and I'm like, oh shit, and I swerve the car and I'm like,
Can you not crash? Thank you. Not like it would do much, but
how do you know their name?
I told him.
When? You don't talk.
I talk whenever I want, thank you very much.
it's just that not always can you hear her. I can.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's also lives outside of our haven. It'd be rude of me not to say hello.
I'd like to listen to the radio now.
Okay, what are we feeling? We doing jazz, NPR, country?
I just hit one of the presets.
yeah, scans to some country music.
Country?
Yeah, no, not this.
No, it plays a song called Play Dead Tonight by the Messenger Birds.
Great. Another song to look up.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up real quick so I can see how Antonio would feel.
Maud does go quiet and lets the radio play, but you kind of hear this faint humming in the background, and she's... Not to the song. She's humming something else, but it's just kind of underneath the radio.
This is loud. I don't dislike it.
All right. Then the four of you in your 2 cars, you guys will get back to the domain. Mathias, I'm going to say you got there first. So you walk in. Pox is downstairs in her hacker cave. She kind of calls up hello as you arrive.
Hey, Pox.
What does Mathias drive / ride / transport?
He has his branded scooter.
Oh, the scooter, yes.
I forgot about the scooter.
So yeah, hey Pox, she calls up. Hey,
what's going on, Pox? Any news?
Brent's still dead.
Not really news anymore, but I guess it's going to be news for a while.
It's pretty. It's pretty big news.
Yeah, but when you're watching TV and it's the same reporting on the same thing over and over again, you get kind of tired of it.
Yeah. I don't watch TV, so.
What do you mean you don't watch TV?
I mean, I watch a lot of streaming services. Who watches TV anymore?
How do you keep up with what's going on if you don't watch the news?
I think Pox is just so dumbfounded at that, and then everyone else shows up. Just cannot answer in time. Just doesn't want to insult you, but also doesn't know how to answer honestly.
Oh, absolutely. I am old.
Yeah. Everyone else rolls up. You all get out of your various vehicles, gather down in the basement with Pox, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How's everyone for hunger? Is anyone above 2?
I'm at 2.
I'm at 2.
Yeah,
I'm also at 2.
I'm at 0. Feeling great.
We got 4 2s and 1 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys should really try killing someone.
Not my style.
No.
You guys gather in the basement. Pox is oh, hey, twice in 1 week. That's a little... Hey, how's it going, guys?
Well, as you said, it's a weird week.
Weird week.
Good to see you. We got a lead.
Yeah, you
Ooh.
said you knew who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antonio?
You're going to enlighten us, or?
To no one's surprise, it's Curly. Yeah.
Pox's whole face sags in a way that is evident even with their rotting flesh.
Ew.
And she goes, Jimmy, are you shitting me? Jimmy whacked a K-pop star?
Yep.
Apparently.
That doesn't... Do I know anything about Jimmy?
You know from existing in Seattle that he is a hacker. He's from New York. Moved here. He's just like I said, a stick in the mud. Just no one likes him. He's just always sour and annoying. He's not rude. He's not a mean person. He's just bitter and prickly, right?
What would make him do something this stupid?
It sounds so odd.
Like, yeah, he's a kind of an idiot, but
He's not an. Hey, don't say he's an.
I'm
idiot.
sorry.
That guy helped build ShrekNet. Okay.
And what happened to ShrekNet?
Okay, but that wasn't Jimmy's fault. He was off the project by the time it came down. That's not.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with him.
Well, you'd have to be an idiot to go after Seonjun-san.
That I'll agree.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. God.
There has to be another reason for this.
Oh, I agree. It can't, like, he had to have been coerced in some way. Like you said, Pox, he's smarter than that.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, while you were getting a lead, I also got one of my own that apparently has become relevant.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do tell.
Because he's been seen in the sprawl.
What does that mean?
What's the sprawl?
He's underground.
I think Antonio, you probably know about as much as Mathias does about the sprawl.
Yeah.
The rest of you, yeah, that's
It
the
exists.
first time you're hearing it.
So, I don't know how much you guys know about Seattle, but it's raised up a bit. There was an entire city underneath it. It's like an underground series of tunnels, and most of the Nos hang out there, and I guess a lot of them are moving down there now that the prince is dead.
Oh, it's like old New York in Futurama.
Future what?
Fox is like, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. Let's move on.
So there's like
What
the
is
underground,
Futurama?
right?
No. What's Futurama?
It's a show.
It's
Don't you watch TV?
It's a show.
I watch the news. What kind of show is it? Is it like Survivor? Matthias got really into Survivor.
Okay.
Is it like Survivor?
I like MASH.
Hold on. You're saying...
Oh, man.
Back on track. You're saying Jimmy is being seen down in the sprawl because the prince is dead. That's where the Nos are going. But this happened before that.
Well, okay. Yes, it happened before it. I'm saying that from what Leslie was telling me, he seemed to call it creepy, but has been still seen down there.
Yeah.
So chances are we can still find him down there. Would you like to enlighten us on that, Sai?
Jimmy was a friend of mine. He's my sire.
Oh.
Listen, Pox, I'm not saying that this is his fault, but I mean...
No, but it's a kill order, right? You gotta get him.
Well, listen.
Not exactly a kill.
If he can lead us to who gave the order on him, then that would be a bigger fish.
I mean, we haven't been told to kill him, right?
You were told to
We're
kill
told-
him.
We were told to
we
kill
were.
him? I'm sorry, I thought we were told to find him.
Steak for review.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sorry.
Are you gonna be all right, Pox?
I'm fine. I mean, I haven't even talked to him in like 4 years. I'm just confused. I'm just like,
No.
yeah, why would he do this? I don't give a kill him. I don't give a shit. He's an asshole. But
Can I try and insight that?
yeah, absolutely. Please do. In fact, so roll. Let's say wits insight.
Wits insight. Okay.
You can do intelligence insight if it's better for you.
It is. Thank you.
Great.
That's gonna be 3 successes.
Noise.
I think the thing that sticks out is that what Pox is saying right now does not track with what she said about Jimmy in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's true that she doesn't talk to him. They are estranged. Pox keeps to herself in general. Like, she doesn't really talk to many people outside of you guys. But you have heard her talk about Jimmy when you've asked or when you've mentioned his name is brought up. And previously Pox would have said, like, he's prickly, but he gets his work done. He's a decent Nos. And he just always gets in over his head, right? Like, that's sort of what she might have expressed on any other night. It does seem like there's something going on here that she's trying to write him off ahead of time and just be like, I gotta distance myself from this.
Right.
I think on 3 successes, there's not anything more you read than that. Again, it's hard to read Pox in general, but you do get the vibe of like, yeah, she is probably upset. It might not be because of Jimmy though. Like, it might be something else.
It's hard to read a face when it's falling off actively.
Exactly.
I think I'm just gonna... I might stay silent for now, but if I get a chance to be with Pox by myself, I might say something.
Sure. Any other questions, concerns, suggestions, leads? Timothy, you were the one you were going to ask Pox to track him down somehow?
There's still a lot we don't know, Pox. How can we get him? Maybe lure him.
Oh, lure him. I mean, if he doesn't want to be found, it's going to be hard to find him. I think your best bet is maybe try and give him that in and say, like, if we can go up the chain on this, you won't hurt him. And
out of curiosity, Pox, I mean, he is your sire. Do you have any idea where his haven might be?
I know where his old haven was, but if he moved...
That could still be useful.
If he moved his stuff down at the sprawl, I mean, I can try and run a trace, but, nos on nos tends not to go very well.
I understand that. I don't want to get you involved if you don't want to be, but if you could at least give us the location of his old haven, we might be able to scrounge something up there before heading down to the sprawl.
Yeah, sure. She gives you basically like a shack on the outside of town, on Mercer Island, and it's like, you gotta set up there.
All right.
To Timothy, she says, hey, look, it works or it doesn't, that's fine. Again, I'm over it. If you do have to kill him, did you get his computer for me? The hard drive, at least?
I'm not a hitman.
Delivery boy?
And I'm not that either.
Okay, well, just get his...
I will
drive,
do
please.
my best, Pox.
Thank you. All right. Reggie, you okay?
Hey, oh, cool. I'm good. Reggie was just sitting on the stairs, like, as always, just listening in. They don't have their notebook out right now, but they're just kind of like drumming on their knees a little bit, and they just are like, do we got stamps?
I'll find you some stamps, Reggie.
Oh, that would be great. I mean, I could pay you for them. Well, I could pay you next week for them.
Don't worry about it.
You guys are cool.
So should we head out then?
Night's still young.
I could use a bite before we leave.
You only have two. You have tonight and tomorrow night to get this done before Elysium. So
maybe not then.
I mean, you could try and do some hunting. You want to? Let's do some hunting.
Hunting,
rolls.
please, Jonas. No. I got a guy. Several guys, actually. I got a herd.
Sure, yeah. You can absolutely meet up with your herd and slake a hunger if you like.
I would love to do that.
If anyone else wants to touch up their hunger pools before heading off to check out Jimmy's old haven, you can roll your predator pool as a way that V5 is introduced to expedite the hunting process instead of one long scene. It's a difficulty 5 because you're hunting in your domain.
Where is Jimmy's old haven?
Oh, on Mercer Island. So it is east of Seattle across the 90 bridge.
Okay. So I guess on the way, I'll request to stop at my haven just to grab a couple extra blood bags.
Sure.
Because it's basically directly in between.
Yeah. We all feed and then do this.
Specifically, Jonas, while I head to my herd, I would love to sniff out one among them that has melancholic blood.
Yeah, so you have a level 3 herd, which means I believe that you get to pick 2 resonances every week.
I think so.
Casey, or Mathias, I guess, would you stop Reggie if they tried to tag along with you?
No, because I do want to have a conversation with you.
Okay. I think Reggie is like starts falling at the door, and she's like, I just feel like we should get to know each other.
Yeah. I've been meaning to chat with you, Reggie, since last night, actually.
Oh, I'm already sorry.
No.
Oh, my heart.
Reggie, it's not anything that you've done.
I mean, it sounds like I did something.
I honestly just kind of have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot it. What's up, boss?
It's kind of a touchy subject, but curious what you know of your sire.
That immediately puts Reggie into just a bad place. They saw their sire earlier. I don't even know if I should roll to try and
you
hide
might not respond either. Like, non-response is totally an option here as well.
It is quiet for are we walking, are we driving?
We're probably scooting. You have your non-powered scooter. I have my powered scooter.
Scooting?
Reggie is desperately trying to keep up right now. That's so funny.
Kicking on that razor as much as he can.
That's such a stupid visual. Why'd you put that out there?
Well, we're having this serious conversation.
It's such a serious conversation. Oh, but they're on scooters and yours doesn't operate. You motherfucker. Why?
Oh my god.
So this is after you guys get closer to the haven and you're walking.
My God, at that point we're walking. That is so funny. No, all right, we're walking.
Sure.
Again, we're walking. We
Yeah.
we're off this.
I think if you don't respond after like 10 seconds or so, Mathias might just chime in and be like, I know what it's like to have, well, I guess both a shit sire and shit parents.
They were a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I know well. I don't know if you realized, I'm sure you probably did, but Vivi's one of you.
A vampire?
No. No.
Oh.
I'm okay. Well, she is, but she's a Malkavian, like you.
Oh,
In fact, she's kind of the leader of the Malkavians. She can help you.
Oh shit.
Reggie?
I was told they'll kill me if they find me.
Reggie. In the grand scheme of things, that probably was the case.
What?
It's not really anymore. Not for the time being. For one, we don't have a prince right now. And for two, Vivi is more interested in helping you than turning you in.
I'm good.
Reggie?
No, I get it. You guys, I'm a little lost. I'm a little confused, but I don't want handouts. I want to be able to. I'm sure you want. It's hard, man. It's confusion. It's everything.
Reggie.
But
Reggie, I don't want to make your troubles sound trivial, but you have someone in your corner who is willing to help you. And while Vivi doesn't give handouts, she legitimately wants to help you. She wants Malkavians to be doing well. And she might give you a job or two, sure, give you something to do. But you have someone in your corner, which is not something that everybody can say. Take it.
I think Reggie's just kind of there. He wants to be mad at you because of what you said and how hurtful was calling that, Reggie's problems trivial. But Reggie's just kind of like, he's like, he's not fully lucid, even while we're just like walking along right now. He's like, fine, I'll fucking think about it, okay? Is that all right? Also, I mean, I don't even know if I could reach out to them. I don't got a lot of minutes left.
When you want to reach out, let me know. I'll get you in contact. And when you're ready, I'm sure she'd be happy to meet your sire.
Yeah, I don't think any of us want to meet my sire.
Oh, well, your sire certainly won't want to meet her when she's angry.
Reggie, roll wits awareness for me, please.
Great!
Oh, 0.
Oh my god.
Willpower.
I'm incredible. Yeah, we'll use a willpower.
Yeah.
Well, for the first time, we'll use some willpower, baby.
Well,
I got a 1.
Man.
One success. You just get checked by like a bicycle courier as you're walking, kind of stumble off the street and just shoulders you, and you stumble back toward Mathias.
Shit.
And they hey, watch it, asshole!
Sorry.
Riding away.
by the way, were you hungry? Is that why you wanted to come with?
No, I'm actually pretty good right now. The blood bag filled me up.
Is there something you wanted to talk to me about?
No, I just want to hang out.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I know Mars pretty well. Tim lets me sleep in his van every once in a while, and and Antonio gave me a shirt. So I don't know. I just felt like I should get to know you.
Yeah.
Anywho. I think it just ends with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, because Mathias isn't going to open up to you necessarily.
Yeah,
you haven't asked any goddamn questions.
It's so awkward for the rest of the walk.
Absolutely it is.
Mathias, you get in touch with your herd. Who are your herd, by the way? Like, they're people that you've cultivated that you can feed on. What kind of people are they?
So I've kept my herd in general pretty quiet overall amongst the Camarilla, and that's because it is a magician's club. It's where a group of young magicians are learning new tricks from different teachers and such, and Mathias mostly poses as, or at least tries to pose as, an amateur magician, but has very quickly amongst the herd, he's been found out that he is actually quite good at this, and most of them ask him for advice on stuff. Okay. Which he occasionally gives, not frequently, but
sure. You'll slake one hunger off your herd.
Yep.
One of the 3 you can slake every week. I did roll for the blood resonance and the intensity of the blood resonance, I should say, because you pick the resonances.
Correct.
And I rolled a 9, which means it's intense, which means as a thin blood, your vitae reacts a little differently, and you gain 2 levels of a melancholic discipline, and therefore 2 powers that you may use
Hell yeah.
for the rest of the night.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
We'll resolve Mars and Antonio's hunting rolls real quick because that'll be fast. So go ahead and roll. You guys can roll your predator pools. Antonio, that's resolve plus medicine, plus 1 die for your specialty in cadavers. For Mars, you're going to swing by the double tap.
Yes.
Find a dirty man.
Yeah, find a dirty man.
That's manipulation plus persuasion.
It sure is.
Ooh,
That's
damn.
a crit.
That's 6 successes. Yeah, you may slake a hunger.
Wonderful.
Antonio also got a crit.
Messy crit.
It's a messy crit.
It's my last bag.
This is a hunting roll, and your hunting is the one kind of hunting that doesn't actually harm anyone. So, yeah, you're a little tapped out. That's a good excuse. But yeah, you're down to 1 hunger.
There we go. Works for me.
And Timothy, you said you're not concerned with feeding. So
No.
do you head straight for Mercer Island or somewhere else, or do you wait?
I guess I'll wait for either Antonio or Mars.
Okay.
I have a greater will to avoid the thirst.
Sure. Yeah, so you'll Mars and Antonio will hook back up with you. Reggie and Mathias will find their own ways over.
Scooter.
You guys drive over to Mercer Island, following Pox's directions. She sends you the GPS on your phone. And you get to what is essentially just it literally looks like an outhouse. Like it is a shack in the middle of just a patch of greenery. Park the van on the side of the road, heading over. Who, if anyone, is going in first, or will you wait for the others?
I think we should wait.
I think...
Yeah, we should wait.
We wait for everybody to be there before opening anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Antonio will be the one to open the door though when it does come to that.
As you are waiting, you see lights pulling up, and you know that this is not Mathias and Reggie because they don't have a car. So
True.
Instantly that puts you a little bit on guard. And Timothy, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You had used the blush of life. Those nervous system responses are active. It's dark. The lights are kind of illuminating thick, worn jeans, heavy black boots, hem of a leather jacket, and a figure emerges out of the darkness. A 20-something woman, a little shorter than you, shaved head, piercings, tattoos up the neck, and she steps out, puts her hands on her hips, and just stands in front of all of you and says, "Toby, fancy finding you here."
What?
Toby.
Who's Toby?
Nobody, shut up.
Oh.
What the fuck do you want?
I want you, Toby. It's all I've ever wanted.
I hate you so much.
And so closes another
Oh,
Who's Toby? This is
Toby.
Timothy.
Who is that?
Thank you all for listening.
That was some Wild West stuff right there. Like you guys are about to have a gun duel.
Oh
His
my
name's
God.
Toby.
Does anyone have anything they'd like to plug?
My Twitch?
Seth, approval?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Do it faster.
Twitch.tv/Majora's at Rachel Kordell for my personal social medias. Thank you.
Oh,
Jonas,
Seltzer went up my nose.
Tintenseher, itch.io, YouTube, Linktree, all the things. Same
Casey.
deal. Thanks.
You can check out my social medias at Casey Reardon, and also you can check out our new website, www.rpgestures.com. It is a much nicer website with a bunch of cool stuff there, so check it out. More stuff to come on the website soon.
It's good. Good. Andrew?
You like this show? You like being in the middle of the woods and there's a shack there? Maybe if you're in that shack, there's a computer because there's a hacker Nosferatu. So just go leave a review on it. They're not going to know. They're going to be staked in like an episode or two anyway.
We're not staking them. We're burning them.
Good.
Oh,
good.
Well, we told Pox we tried to capture. So
all right, enough. Sky?
I just have one little thing to say to everybody, and that's just a little good morning.
Good morning.
Little sleepy birds. Tweet, 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 tweet. It's early morning.
Birds?
Sleep tight, young ones. And don't let the vampires bite.